What is up, everybody? My name is Chad, and this week, it is week 13, I believe. I am finally about to start my 6-week break. I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm happy. Man, there's a lot that happened. First up, let's talk about what we did this week. I happened to not, study at all Heisig's Kanji method, just because of some things I will get to later. So I think I'm at 565? 570, something in there. Also, to these videos, I'm going to start adding current word counts of stuff I've studied since I've been in Japan. So, not including the things I knew before or that I learned in my previous trips, I'm currently at 1,313 words. I figured it would be cool to see how that grows week to week and month to month, so I'm going to start adding that into these videos. Next, we got through chapter 5 in ChuuKyuu E Ikou, the intermediate textbook. I think there's only 10 chapters before we go into the next one, and then I think ChuuKyuu E Ikou has 3 different textbooks. But yeah, if I'm making this video, that means we start summer break tomorrow, or 2 days from now. I'm filming this on my Sunday, which will be your Saturday. And most students are just kind of derping around and traveling and working and all that other stuff. I tend to be more of a study bug, so I even asked for extra homework on top of what they give all the one-year students for this break, which is we have to write 2 postcards to 2 different Genki staff members. Do it correctly so when we mail it, it gets it to them. And then on the backs, we have to write stories about what we did this summer. Nextly, they gave us this giant review packet that's probably 20 pages long. It looks something, hopefully this is not out of focus, looks a bit like this. The entire thing's in Japanese, and it's like a lot of reading practice, probably a lot of conjugation practice. That's sort of what it looks like. This is different for every level. This one, for me, spans between the end of Genki Book 2 and what we've gone through in ChuuKyuu E Ikou. So this is roughly like a late beginner, early intermediate review packet, I guess. Besides those 2 things, for the one-year students that they have, everyone also has to write a essay about what they did over the 6-week break, and we have to give a presentation at school, which I don't think mine will be very impressive or long because I'm not going to probably do very much this break, but I will give it my best shot. One sec, I gotta fan myself. And last but not least, this one's just me. I basically told them I just don't want to twiddle my fingers. Can I keep studying new stuff even though you guys won't give me the name of the next book that we're going to be in? So one of the teachers handed me this book, which is entirely in Japanese, which is quite nice, but it's not for me to keep studying so much as to just cram vocabulary. Kind of looks like that on the inside. I actually don't know a ton about this book. I've read through it, and basically each chapter has like bits and pieces of like words that have a theme. So like, for instance, this chapter is ryugakusei, so like travel abroad students. And so all of these words have to do with studying abroad or being a study abroad student. So it kind of gives you situational vocab. So I'm going to go through this book and hopefully try to finish it this break, as well as try to finish the ChuuKyuu E Ikou book and try to finish, or at least get as close as I can to finishing the Heisig kanji meanings. We will see how far I get with all of that, and you guys can stay up to date week to week because I will be continuing to study and continuing to make these videos. Now next up, I have an update about the whole Genki Jack situation in myself. Whether it's satisfactory or not, I'm going to leave up to you guys. So, for those of you who don't know, I have been incredibly frustrated for the last 3 weeks about the speed of the class. About a week ago, I made a video about it, and I've made blog posts about it. I've talked to 3 of their teachers. I talked to the wife of the head honcho guy at the school, and then finally had a meeting with the head honcho guy where I thought we were going to talk about how they could improve the course, when in fact he was there to tell me that the teachers were not excited about the fact that I didn't look happy in class. Yeah, that's the reason. They're mad that I didn't look happy enough in class. Now, as you guys can expect based on my personality, my response was more or less, yeah, because I'm not happy in class. I've been telling you for weeks I'm not happy in class. How do you expect me to sit there and be super excited to review for 4 hours things that should really only be learned and practiced over the span of 1 or 2? Of course I'm going to look bored, because I am bored. So after this meeting, I was just absolutely furious and mad and just couldn't even believe it. So I ended up writing the guy that basically runs both schools. I'm not naming names, but if you're a Genki student, I'm sure you know who he is. I wrote him a lengthy email. I won't read the email here because it's too long to read. I will, however, link it in a blog post in the description down below. If you guys want to read it, it's where I lay out my thoughts and feelings about what's been happening lately, and really the only two things that I require in order to keep being any sort of advocate or supporter of their school in any forum. So if that interests you and you guys want to read it, link in the description. For those of you who don't, I did get a response from him, and basically it is him saying that, you know, he's very sorry, that he felt like I was being unheard or unwanted, especially after all that. Nobody should have to do that many means in order for them to be heard. He says that when I come back from break, that there won't be any classes between me and the next class between a 6.5 month gap, which is ludicrous because they say they can accommodate any level, and pretty much they're saying if you're any level between here and 6.5 months, you're stuck there. So you could be right here and you're still stuck back there, which I thought was preposterous and unfair. But he said that if another class happens to form, so if more students come that make up another bigger class, then I'm more than happy to join them. So not the best answer, but it's also not the worst one. Basically, if more students come at a higher level or a level in between here and 6 months, he's given me permission to go to that class. Not the most timely response, I don't think, but I mean, it's better than him saying tough luck. Also, he offered to give me a tutorial type teacher. They're getting paid by him on their own time, but what has to happen is I have to be in my normal class. I want to arrange that I don't have to be in 4 of this class because it's just nonsense to me. If I could just do even 2 or 3 of that class and then spend 1 with this tutorial teacher he has, that would be ideal, but I don't think they'll do that. Because if they're so strapped for resources for teachers in classrooms that they can't even open up a class for a few people who are more advanced than this one, I have no feeling that they'll do it at all. But he said that after my classes are done, he can set up like a one-on-one type teacher thing where they can help me study ahead on my own time, which my time is valuable, but I mean, you have to do what you have to do. But he also said that he wouldn't charge me extra for it. So the thing that we basically had to come to the agreement was I'm just gonna look bored and unhappy in class. There's nothing I can do about that. Like, I participate, I do everything. I'm not just sitting there like, this sucks. Like, I just don't smile and I'm not that engaged in conversation. But when class leaves, then we can start the real study for an hour on my own time. Not the best resolution, but I don't think, I mean, it's better than nothing, so I'll give it a shot, but I'm still on the fence on whether or not anyone past beginner level should study at Genki Jack, so we'll see. We'll definitely see. That's about it for school. I mean, this week I got to go to a baseball game with a friend of mine. I got to go to the zoo for like all of 20 minutes and then go to the hospital. So this week was interesting. It got very hot. So I'm not actively like going out and doing stuff very much. I don't even want to walk to the ocean to fish because it's just ridiculously hot. But next week I am going to go soybean farming in Itoshima Prefecture. So if you guys, I will be taking you with me, of course. And so if you guys would like to watch that, be sure to subscribe to this channel, you guys. Oh, what a great segue. Oh man, 2 videos a week. You guys are gonna get 2 videos every single week. It's about Japan, Japanese culture, all sorts of fun things about living in Japan. And if you guys like that, it'll be out on Wednesday. I also do a Saturday video like this where we talk about what it's like to be a 1-year study abroad language student, and can you be fluent in one of the hardest languages in just 1 year? Is it possible? Is it not? We'll find out. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, be sure to put them in the comment box down below. I do always get to them. There is a lot of you now for some reason, and also I'm 15 hours behind. So I tend to put an hour aside every day just to answer your messages, your tweets, your comments. So I will get to them. It just takes me about a day.
You said you're 15 hours behind.
Mm-hmm.
15 hours ahead.
Shut up. But that's about it for this week. I will see you guys on Wednesday, doing whatever I'm going to do Wednesday. I'll see you on Saturday, a Toshima video the next Wednesday after that. Have a great day. Have a great week. I hope it's better than mine's been. I hope you guys are staying cool, calm, and collected. And I will see you guys on Wednesday.